guys, and welcome back to my channel. So you can already tell from the title what this video is going to be about, but I've had a lot of questions on Instagram, like just people messaging me, not like trying to be like rude or anything, but you know, like, or like dropping hints like, oh, baby number 2, when's baby number 2 coming, or are you pregnant? Like people saying, oh my god, are you pregnant yet, because you've been like moaning that you're like feeling sick or whatever. But I thought that I'd film a little video, kind of update you all on what's been happening and basically trying to conceive journey and where we're at and you know, all that kind of stuff. So basically I filmed a video, and I did say in a video, I think it was around Christmas time last year, that we would like to start trying for another baby. It was like just around when Harrison turned 1, and that was the plan. That was always been the plan. We would love to have another baby. I would love to have been pregnant now, or potentially had a child by now, but sometimes those things just don't happen, because you know, like my body's just not ready for one, or I don't know. But I've been having a few problems myself, which is kind of why I'm probably not, well, I'm guessing that's why I'm not pregnant yet. So I suffer with polycystic ovaries, PCOS, and I found this out when I'd come off the pill and my periods were just non-existent. They didn't come back for months, and I was just thinking, what's going on? Or maybe it was just my body getting like back into the swing of things. And I went to the doctors, had tests done and things, and it turns out that I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. If you don't know what it is, I will leave like a little like website where you can go and check it out, and you know, it'll tell you the definition a bit more better than I could say it. Basically it's just a lot harder to get pregnant, and you know, so that's one of the struggles that I knew that would happen. With polycystic ovaries, you can either have really irregular periods where they come like every so often, like once every couple of months, which is what mine were before I had Harrison. I would have a period every like, I don't know, 5 months or something ridiculous like that. So that's why I never knew I was pregnant with Harrison, because I just didn't have any inkling, because my periods were so all over the place. I just didn't think, oh my god, I've not had a period yet, so I must be pregnant, because my periods were just, they would be months and months till a period to come. So yeah, that's why I didn't really know I was pregnant with Harrison. And this time around, it started off after I had him, like getting back into it, and they were very like far apart from each cycle. But this time round I've been bleeding very regular, so I'm probably having a period. Well, it started off, I was like bleeding every 2 weeks, every week, and now it comes to the fact that I was bleeding pretty much every day. And I think not so long ago I went a whole month where I just bled every day, and it wasn't just like old blood, it was bright red blood, it was practically a period. But I was worried that it was something, I don't know, something a bit serious, because I was in pain and just didn't feel myself, and my mood swings are just all over the place, and yeah, bleeding all the time is just not the nicest thing. Having to wear pads all the time, because I could be like, oh, I'm not bleeding today, and then the next day I'm bleeding again. It just kept happening, and it was very annoying. And I've been going back and forth to the doctors. I've had several tests, I've had blood tests, I've had all sorts done, and then my doctor actually referred me to the gynecologist at Liverpool Women's Hospital, where I had, right, I don't think I know how to pronounce this word, but I think it's called it's not a colonoscopy, maybe it's like that, I can't remember. But basically what that is you lie on the bed and you have your legs in stirrups, and they just get like a microscope, and they're just like looking into your cervix just to check everything's okay and all that kind of stuff. But before that I did actually have a scan on my ovaries, on my womb, to see what's going on. They couldn't really find anything other than the fact that yes, I definitely do have polycystic ovaries. And so I went and had this colonoscopy, I think that's what it's called, done at the Liverpool Women's Hospital, and she actually found on my cervix, she found cells, like, you know, like, oh, I can't think of the word. I can't think of it, oh my god, it's literally gone off the top of my head. But she basically found benign, like, cyst cells on my cervix, which obviously need to be removed. But she did kind of like give me a leaflet, and she thinks that I might have HPV, which a lot of people think that is like a sexually transmitted infection and you can get it from like having sex and stuff, which is not technically true. You can, obviously, but the main reason for getting it, you can spread it by just having skin to skin contact. So if I was to go and hug James and he had this infection, then I could get it. You can get it from anybody, literally. You can go and hug someone in the street, they could have this HPV, which I never even knew. And you could get it from skin to skin contact. Doesn't have to be necessarily like, you know, having sex. And I think that a lot of people associate it with that, and it's not at all. So basically, this infection, if it's left untreated, can result in making the cells like progress into like cancerous cells, which obviously isn't very good, like cervical cancer and stuff. So I'm waiting to have my results back. And then the procedures or whatever goes on with that. So she actually had to give me a biopsy when I went for my colonoscopy, which I didn't even expect to happen. So I was very unprepared for it, and basically it's literally just like, instead of scraping with the little like spatula thing they use for a cervix, when you have your cervical cancer screening, they basically put up, they have to like numb the area with anaesthetic, and they're taking like a chunk of what's the word, of your cervix. So basically like cutting a bit of away of the skin or the cells. I don't know, oh my god, I'm sitting here and I knew what I was going to say and now the words are just completely gone. But you know what I mean, they had to take like a bit away to like go and test it in a lab and things, and that's what I'm still waiting for to come back, my test results. So I have no idea, but she made it clear that they weren't cancerous or anything like that. But those are the kind of things that they look for when you do have your cervical cancer screening. So it's so important. Like if I didn't have this done because of the problems that I've been having, I might never have known about it until I was due my cervical cancer screening, which I think is another year, and God knows what would have happened. It could have turned into cancer, so I don't really know, who knows. But it's just so important to go for your cervical cancer screening. Like, it can save your life. It's just so important, and I just wouldn't put it off, because it's, yeah, I was there in a room having this colonoscopy and a biopsy done with my legs out, and there was 3 nurses and doctors in the room, and it honestly didn't bother me. I wasn't embarrassed. We've all got the same bits. It didn't really, I mean, it was a bit uncomfortable, but I was having bits taken away. I was like, you know, I had a biopsy done. But a cervical cancer screening is not, it doesn't hurt at all, and it, like, even if it does, like, it's going to save your life, and it literally lasts 2 minutes, if that. It's overdone with so quick. All they do is literally just scrape a bit of the, like, the lining in your womb, in your cervix, and take it away to be tested, and that's all they do. And if that saves your life, then, like, what's 2 minutes of your life? Honestly, it doesn't hurt at all, but it's definitely important to go and have your cervical cancer screening, because God forbid, if anything, these cysts that were found, these cells that were found, it could have been a different story in a couple of months, a year or so time. I wouldn't have had a clue at all, because with this HPV virus, you don't have any symptoms at all. So you could have it for years and just never know. But if you never get treated for it and it's left for a very long time, then that's when it can turn into cancerous cells. So it's just very important that you go and have all the tests done that you need to have done. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason why I'm not pregnant, because I've been bleeding all the time and I've been having all these tests done, and we've just not been trying, basically. We're just not pregnant. So hopefully when everything's sorted and I find out what's going on, I can get back to normal. So yeah, the gynecologist was basically saying that I have like, well, she thinks I have like a hormone imbalance, which is pretty, I think is pretty normal thing to have if you've got polycystic ovaries. So it explains why I'm constantly bleeding. So it can differ from like constantly bleeding to never really having periods, to having hot sweats all the time. I'm always so hot and sweaty. Like, if you know me personally or whatever, then I always am, and I'm always tired. There's a lot of symptoms and the list is endless. But yeah, it really does explain why, like, I've been feeling the way I've been feeling, like just utter crap and tired and hot all the time. Hopefully they'll be sorted soon and my body will be back to normal and fix itself once I think I'm going to start having to try and going on hormone tablets, but I'm just waiting on a doctor's appointment, so fingers crossed. I don't really know, but hopefully we can get back into the swing of things. Hopefully there will be a 2020 baby on the cards, but who knows? We'll have to just wait and see. We're just having to play it by ear. Once my health's okay and once I'm like back to being normal again, then hopefully we can continue to trying to get pregnant. So I just thought I'd tell you all and let you all know what's been going on. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, make sure that you do give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.